You're looking for a subwoofer that you can actually trust day in, day out, something that won't throw a tantrum when you move it from a church basement to a weekend festival, that fits into the rhythm of your gig schedule, and that feels like a solid investment instead of just a list of numbers on a spec sheet. The hesitation most of us feel before hitting buy isn't about the 2000 watt claim or the fancy DSP jargon, it's about whether the box will behave when you need it most and whether the price tag really reflects the hassle you'll avoid later. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. So let's unpack the JBL Professional PRX915XLF the way a seasoned sound tech would, after digging through manuals, watching setup videos, and reading the chatter from other road warriors. First off, the PRX915XLF belongs to JBL's PRX900 series, a line that's built around the idea of road-ready. That means the enclosure, the transducer, the internal wiring, everything is reinforced to survive the bumps, temperature swings, and the occasional drop you see on a touring schedule. In the real world, that translates into a sub that stays in tune after a dozen loading loads, without needing a technician to chase down a loose bolt or a rattling cone. For anyone who's ever spent an hour tightening screws before the first song, that durability is a huge, often invisible, value. Now, the headline feature that sets this model apart is its integrated DSP package. You can access it through a small LCD on the front panel, or you can pull out your phone, launch the JBL Pro Connect app, and tweak the parametric EQ, crossover points, and even set up line array integration with up to 9 other speakers. In practice, that means you spend less time with a laptop and a bunch of external processors, and more time actually listening to the room. I've watched a couple of live-streamed sound checks where the engineer walks through the venue, taps a few sliders in the app, and instantly flattens out a muddy low end that would have otherwise been a headache for the mix. For a small to medium venue that doesn't have a full-time system integrator, that onboard intelligence can shave half an hour off your setup time. Speaking of setup, the physical side is worth a minute. The cabinet is a solid 15-inch, 2000 watt beast, and that mass is both a blessing and a curse. The weight just under 130 pound means you can't just toss it into a van and hope it'll stay put. JBL does include heavy-duty handles and a lockable mounting system, so once you secure it on a rack or a rolling dolly, it's surprisingly stable. In my own experience, the biggest hassle isn't the weight, it's making sure you have a sturdy platform that can hold the sub plus any additional cabling you'll need for the line-level inputs. If you're a DJ who normally runs a 4x4 rack, you'll probably need a dedicated cart for the PRX915XLF, which adds a bit to the overall cost but pays off in reliability. Power is another practical dimension. The 2000 watt rating sounds massive, and it is, but it also means the sub can deliver deep, tight bass without constantly running at full tilt. In a church or a conference hall, you can set the gain so that the sub only kicks in when the music actually calls for it, preserving headroom for peaks. The downside is that if you're only ever playing in a bedroom or a small coffee shop, you'll be paying for power you'll never use. In that scenario, you might be better off with a 12-inch, lower wattage companion that still gives you punch without the bulk. One of the hidden trade-offs that often slips past a quick glance is the connectivity. The PRX915XLF offers XLR and a 1/4-inch inputs, which cover the majority of professional gear, but it doesn't have a built-in Bluetooth audio stream for a quick playlist pull-up. The BLE badge refers to the Bluetooth Low Energy link for the app only, not for playing audio. If you're the type who likes to throw together a spontaneous set from a phone, you'll still need a mixer or an external Bluetooth receiver. That's not a deal-breaker for a professional, but it's something to keep in mind if you're hoping for a single-cable solution. Who should really consider this sub? If you're a touring musician, a wedding DJ, a church sound director, or anyone who regularly runs shows in venues ranging from 300 to 1,000 seats, the PRX915XLF hits a sweet spot. The road-ready build, the DSP control, and the ability to integrate seamlessly with other JBL PRX speakers mean you can scale your system up or down without reinventing the wheel. The app's capacity to store up to 10 speaker presets is a lifesaver when you move between venues that have different acoustic quirks. You just pull the saved setting and you're good to go. For a small production company that needs one reliable sub that can handle both a corporate presentation and a live band, the PRX915XLF offers a